So this is part 2 with Darren Blewitt, Turn It Around the Corner podcast. So Blue, really interesting 90 minutes talk about your football career and how that started at West Ham, and you know how you dropped into non-league and some of the highs and lows of football in general, and both full and part time. But I want to talk about, you know, some of your journeys in regards to some of the difficult times that you've had off the pitch. I don't want to make it just about that, but so we touched on a little bit that when you were playing non-league, you got into a habit of, you know, drinking probably too much and going out too much, and just talk me through that period of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was too much at the time, because I think I was with other people doing it. So, I mean, look, they might have underlining that drink problems, I don't know. But for me, it was a case of I could drink,
yeah,
but I didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
So I noticed that I didn't want to stop. And look, I was doing other things with drink. Okay, I don't want to talk about too much, but I was doing things that enhance your drinking.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to stop. And we'd go out. What I noticed was I might be going out 2 or 3 times a week with my mates or with the lads or whatever, but it might be a Saturday night, and then the night finishes at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But I'd keep going. I'll try and find somewhere else to go. And there's a couple of other people who do it, but I was just seeing this thing with me where I loved the chase of trying to find somewhere else to go, and it was like, and by the time I knew it, it was like Monday morning. Yeah. I thought, fucking hell, when that's Saturday daytime. And
is it starting to affect your football now and your work, or keep it under wraps?
I don't really think my football's affected.
Right.
I mean, some fans or players might tell me differently. But I don't think there was ever a state. I might look. There's obviously you don't play well all the time. You have shockers. But I don't remember there was an extended time where for a month I didn't play well. There might be a game or two where just get run about, didn't you?
Of course.
Not at it. And especially if you're going to play against forwards that are half decent every now and then, you're going to. It's what it is, especially the centre half. Most of them are in the pocket, but some of them got away with it. But they, I think, I was just finding. I was manageable. Not manageable. It was manageable to say that I'd go to work. Right. I was rough.
But you was at work.
I thought, I'm in work, but fucking hell, I'd go like that Saturday daytime, and then go to work Monday.
Right.
Straight to work. I'll go home, get my clothes and go to work. And I'm like, whoa. And I'd be like, I'd get through it and then go home and sleep till Tuesday. Then what happened is, I'm never doing that again. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'd come like, feel all right now.
Yeah.
And then I'd go and have a couple of beers. And then it'd be like Friday, I'd be like, I'm ready for tomorrow. Fucking, we're going. Okay,
Are you still training?
So it's funny because at Harlow.
So I'd say during the time that this was getting a grip, where was you playing, at Harlow or Brentwood?
Both.
Right.
Yeah, I think both.
Are you still training? Still playing on Tuesday night?
I was the White Ledley King.
Yeah.
So I was doing like a train once.
Yeah.
And then play Saturday. But I think I don't think it affected me. I think that was alright. I think that was enough. I did have like basically got ankles fucked, but so I had to manage it a little bit.
With the Astro and Arlo.
And I think they were good. I knew minimum. The thing is, if I could train, I would train. I wasn't shirking training. Because that's what I'm about. But it was I think I trained probably once a week, and not all the time. But if I thought I was a bit stiff, I'm not going to train, and I'm going to be up for Saturday, then it'd rather be Saturday. So cool. And I think he trusted me enough to do that. Because I never let him down. I never not turned up. I never done anything like that. So that was that. So it weren't really affecting it. I think it was just I was doing it more.
Right.
And then but the only thing I say is, as it went on, it affected my life. So in general, as I got to my late 20s and 30s, not so much football because I stopped. The thing is, I stopped at 30, which is young because we lost the playoff final, and I lost my head, and I thought I'm never playing again, and I didn't. And then,
do you regret that now?
Yes, massively.
Yeah.
Only the last year or two.
Would you go like you're 39 now?
Yeah.
Like we've just talked about non-league, and
I still do a bit, by the way.
I think like management somewhere around this way should definitely get you involved. Yeah, I know in the future that there's something there for you maybe, but are you not one of them that wants to play vets or could play vets, or because for me, like
you play vets?
I love football more now than I ever have because I know time's up.
Yeah.
And it ain't about a brown envelope. It ain't about anything other than just going to have a kickabout with a couple of mates and having a beer after.
Yeah, do you know what? I've never been like that. I never want to go and have a kickabout with mates.
No.
But I do play charity games.
Yeah.
I do play a few charity games a year. So at West Ham, I've played in a couple of West Ham ones. and I played for a couple of local charity around there, Harwich Angels.
Yeah.
I love that. Played against the Tottenham and Arsenal Legends team. But this is the point. So they asked me to play this game. I ended up playing Arsenal Legends team.
Yeah.
I don't know any Legends in that team, but there was a guy called David Hillier. Yeah. So the first, this is what I don't want to play. I'm not doing the warm up. I'm thinking, come on.
He's a fellow who got nicked for nicking the luggage, wasn't he?
That was it. Yeah, I think something like yeah. So that's it. So I'm like, I don't want to play. Then get the warm up comes along, I'm playing, and then before the game starts, we've got to win this. It's one of them. And the first game, I play centre midfield in these games. Yeah. So I'm doing this. And the game's kicked off. Fucking 50-50. I've snapped him. The charity game. He's gone flying in the air. Bang, stretch it off. Fucking 5 minutes into the game, I got carried away. That's the thing. I just stretched. The ball, but that's instinct.
Yeah, of course.
The ball's there, and you think, no, I can't do it. And then I thought,
one ref.
Bang! And then I thought, oh my god! And after I'm like, I've got a photo of him. There's photos where it's like 1, 2, 3, 5 photos. He's like, bang. Sorry, mate. And I just enjoy them to a certain extent. Yeah. But not really. It's not really for me, mate. No, just not. I'm busy anyway. Because my football stuff, my life took over. 30
is young to finish, isn't it?
Too young. I would love to carry on, but now, if I played to 35, 36, because even now, I could probably play at 5, 6, probably comfortably, because I've seen it. I could definitely play. I could still do 90 minutes, not at any pace. They weren't quick anyway, but I can do it. I'm not fit, but I'm fit enough.
You're football fit though.
Football fit, and I'm doing football things every day. So that is, but not for me, mate.
So that playoff final, was that submarine?
Whittam, yeah, terrible. We was
terrible pitch, yeah.
We was awful. We should have won against. We beat him in the league a little while before. We just had a
so after that, you jacked it, and then
it affected my life. I was going to say, like my home life, and misses and stuff like where basically we had our daughter at 30,
right.
30? I stopped playing. I think I was 29. Fucking hell, 30. Yeah. And I was asked to play in. I'll bring it up because it's been quite a long Noble's testimonial. Yeah, it's got Penway. And
you didn't play Noble's testimonial.
Fucking fucker. I played in that, and I won't talk about the game. I'll just talk about that. Just Penway. It's not called on. 6,000. Wait. Upton Park. What? Adrian, what are you doing? Adrian, what are you going for? What's the point? I've got to move to Liverpool. I went to there and I played in that.
Yeah.
And by then I've been drinking a lot, and I've got a bit of weight and stuff like that. And I went there, and my missus was heavily pregnant with her. Right. We had our daughter 2 weeks after. Okay. I went to the game, and I noticed after the game, I went and got pissed, and then I went home, and I thought it was like, for me, it was like a release, like I've drawn a line under it. It was a big day for me, in regards to obviously what happened, but also.
Can I ask you that question? Like getting onto it, do you feel like you'd put a few things to rest playing there, and like that was like sort of maybe closing that old chapter?
At the time, 100% that's what I thought. And I thought, I took it as my day, yes. I was like, this is time for me to, obviously I know Mark anyway. Yeah. It was an unbelievable day. But I was like, right, this is a chance for me to just fuck it all off now. Because there's still underlining things there at the time, like, without me being on the forefront, there was stuff I hadn't dealt with. And it took me to 35 to deal with, really, when I went into recovery. So I was like, right, I can draw a line on this. I've done it, and when I scored a penalty, obviously that was like the moment I was dreaming as a kid in a Premier League game,
yeah, of course,
fucking Julian Dick style, wallop, So I'm like, right, that's it. And then I done that, and I thought, I went out, and I was like, this is so good. And then 2 weeks out, I was in a bad, just before we had a daughter, I was in a bad way.
Is that because like you've had that buzz, and then the
adrenaline goes off, the reflection, you have time to reflect, and I was getting peppered with messages like from outlets, from fucking people wanting interviews with me, fans. Fucking, I had got about 1,000 followers on Twitter in about 2 days, and all this shit. And I was playing up to it as well, like putting the penalty constantly on loop, like, and then it was constant, and it was just like, and then I was loving that. But then when it wore off, it was like, fucking no. And then I felt bad, man. And then the daughter comes, so it hid all that again.
Yeah.
And then the daughter come, she was born, all happy, healthy, all good, and then we had to bet the baby's head.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, right, so this is where the drinking stuff really like proves that I cannot handle it. Yeah. I cannot manage it, it's taken over my life. I'm powerless to alcohol, The fact that happened, it's a moment for a child, It's a moment for a missus, and it's there. Yeah. I took it as it's the fucking rave, we're going to party, So all my mates come down.
Yeah.
I thought we're going to play Gary's music, we're going to play this music, we're going to go to the pub. And after the christening, I went like to a mate's house, like, and obviously I went missing for a few days.
Yeah.
And this is where like it really started to affect me. That 30 years old, this is happening, and then from there it went all the time because me and missus and my mates, we had good times, got holidays. We've been times where I went drinking all the time. Yeah. But ultimately, when I drank and got on it and got on a mad one, it was bad, and no one knew where I was. No one knew. My missus said to me one time, the only reason I knew you was alive is because you was online WhatsApp. And when you hear that, you're like, fuck, okay. And then I think, I'm not doing that no more. Yeah. This is where the addiction comes in, where this is where I can't, this is taking on my life, that I promise you I'm not doing this again, and I genuinely mean this, Wills. I'm not doing this again.
So at this point, though, Blue, was you assistant manager at Arlo?
No, this is before this. This is well before this. Yeah. I went to Harlow when I was in recovery, so I was 3 years sober by then. So this is all before that. I went into Brentwood with Ryan O'Rourke.
Okay, yeah.
And that was a disaster. But I was in the madness then. But I wasn't really doing much there, to be honest with you. Ryan took a lot of it, and it was a mess. So we were sort of stopgap anyway.
Yeah.
And we got fucked over there as well, to be fair. But
you done alright though, didn't you?
Nah, we were struggling. We were struggling, mate. Yeah, we were struggling to get results. We didn't have a budget really. Right. We asked for a budget, and then we got sacked, so that was fun.
Right.
But that's football.
Good
on
non-league.
Yeah. But I wasn't bothered about that because I weren't invested enough.
Yeah.
And then basically, that was happening. And I was So that I was saying that drinking was taken over where I couldn't stop. It was getting affected. My missus knew I was alive by WhatsApp. And it was just getting progressively worse, and I was having good times, and I'll say sorry, and I meant it. I'll be like, I don't want to do this no more. I genuinely don't. I want to just, and I have a couple of weeks where I'm good, not good. I don't drink, everything be fine, just doing working, like whatever, and then I go out.
You still at Foods at the time?
Where was I working then? I've done one other job for an Irish construction company, which ended in disaster, which I'll tell you about this part of this as well. And and then 2 weeks come up, and I'll be like, I'll go have a beer. And it'd be carnage again. So it wouldn't be one beer. It wouldn't be one night. Again, it was 3 days. And then I wouldn't go work. And then it'd be this. And then it's like fucking hell. And then it got worse and worse and worse. So that happened for 3 or 4 years, mate. And it got to I got to this Irish company job, and it was during lockdown. I think the only things that are running construction companies.
Yeah, sure.
So I was working down here. I was in my house. My missus had sort of moved away a little bit with my daughter because the drinking got a bit too much.
Yeah.
The using was getting too much. I was getting on it too much. And I was at her mum and dad's house, but they'd moved down here.
Right.
My mum and dad got a little gaff there as well. So they were here.
Right.
And I'm at her mum and dad's in Romford.
Right.
So I'm getting to work there, and I'm coming home drinking, going to work, coming back drinking.
Because you're on your own as well.
On my own, and they don't know how bad it is because I'm hiding it a little bit from them. My missus knows I'm a bit fucked up, but and she wanted my daughter away from that situation. Not that, but never physically bad. Mentally, I was fucking her up because she didn't know where I was ever. Or what I was doing, or what was happening. You know what I mean? So that happened, and I got to this Irish company. So I went into work pissed. And I'm driving a van at the time, and he's gone. He's the governor, or whoever, has clocked that I've had a few beers the night before, but it was like 6 o'clock. I got supposed to work at 7. I started drinking at 5:30.
Yeah,
6. You know what I mean? It's mad. Gone in pissed, or drinking over the limit with her, and he's noticed it and immediately sat me on the spot. Yeah, so I've gone. Fuck off. Took the van, nicked it, and drove back home to her mum's. Old Bill turned up, yeah? So this is the madness. So what I'm saying is, this is not to be show off or saying thingy. This is
you just lost in it.
They call it the madness, yeah? There's no control. The police out, and he just wanted the van back. No press charges, take the van back, stop. So he took the van. The minute they went, I got on it and drinking again. And that carried on for fucking about a month. For a month straight, I think I had a day in there where I stopped, yeah? Drinking, use it every day. Every day for a month, yeah? I'm 34 at this point, and what happens with that is, other things happen, by the way. I slept in my car at nights, I disappeared, I do these strange things, I end up, and by this point, by the way, I'm borrowing money, I'm getting little small loans out, I'm needing money for my brain to feed this fucking habit, and to live this lifestyle I want to live, and then I'm getting loans out, payday loans, like, fucking 500 quid, and you have to pay about 10 grand and stuff like that, just to get money in and stuff like that. And it's just like bang, bang, and then you become selfish without knowing it. And then with that comes, you just care. Yeah, you care about.
You just care about what you're doing right at the time.
I love my missus, I love my daughter. Of course I do, but I can't help but do this. this is what it's an illness, and people don't understand addiction. They say it's bollocks, but it's an illness. It's like saying you can't eat peanut butter. Yeah, if you eat peanut butter, you can't have a rash and you can't be sick. All right, I'm an addict. Yeah, so I'm an alcoholic. So if you have a drink, you're going to get ill. But I can't help it. I need to drink.
Yeah,
and that is the madness of it. That's madness. That's the insanity of it all.
Yeah,
and then what outcomes is got to that age, and I was fucked, mate. And I was drinking every day. I was completely fucked, and with that comes depression, suicidal. So my story, it's only my story, my journey, and other people in the rooms and stuff like that, I say the rooms in A and stuff, what I do, they might say differently, and some say the same. I got to suicidal, and I took it upon myself to do it. I wrote a suicide note to my missus, suicide to my daughter. I was that bad, yeah? I'm sitting in the front room, there's fucking beer everywhere, there's raps everywhere, there's fucking carnage everywhere, and I think, everyone's left me, no one loves me, I'm all on my own, there's self-loathing, self-pity comes into it, I'm fucked. And I just think, what's the point? I'm going to kill myself. And it sounds strong, I do apologise, but that's what happened, that's my story.
No.
And I thought, it doesn't matter anyway, no one cares, so who's going to miss me, sort of thing. But again, and I had a knife there, and I had the suicide note on Mrs. Suicide, my daughter all written there.
Yeah.
And I thought, just do it, just fucking do it. But what's going on this time? Obviously, my missus has moved out and there, but she still cares about me, right? Cool. She still wants me to sort it out.
Still the father of her daughter.
Whether she knows what happens, whether she's together again, but just she needs you need that sort of thing. And I couldn't think like that. I was gone. I was completely gone. Like that person to talk about that today. I can't relate to it, mate.
Yeah, sure.
The how I am today. So I see that, and I just wanted to kill myself. So I don't want to go into detail, but I attempted something.
Yeah.
Not too. I think I got scared in the end, but a little thing happened. I got a bit of blood.
Which is natural.
Blood and stuff. Basically, I cut myself a little bit and stuff.
Yeah.
But her brother knocked on the door that night, banging like. She must have told him that. I think I sent a couple of moody messages and stuff like that. And then with that, it was like, wow, what the fuck's going on? So I passed out, and the suicide notes, I woke up in the morning, I was embarrassed by seeing them screwing up through in the bin. What is going on? I think I felt paranoid, itchy about it, like, oh my God. And then I was like, right. And
from that morning?
Not from the morning, no. Right. So that is a point. So if you looked at that, Wheels, I'll tell you an example, someone who's not an addict or not an alcoholic or whatever, if you looked at that normally, you'd say, right, that's the point. That's your rock bottom.
That was the line in the sand.
Rock bottom. You did say that's enough to go right.
Yeah.
Any normal person would go like that. So I was sort of on them lines, but I was like, right. Okay, I think obviously it's something fucked up. My mates of 30 years were helping me a lot as well, because my missus was telling them like he's fucked.
Yeah.
I'm disappearing, sleeping in car, getting.
And these are the mates though, Blue, when you was on that maybe path of. Not great.
Yeah.
Were they the same mates?
The same mates. Right. My mates are 30 years.
Right.
Our best man at their wedding.
Right.
Like they're proper. Tom Law is one of them who played for West Ham with me, and my mate John, and still my mates today. Like just and they sort of saved my life to a certain extent, or helped it anyway. So that happened, and then I started speaking to her. So I was told just speak to a therapist. I was like, all right, let's speak to a therapist. Like, I don't even know what alcoholics are. Like, I'm not whatever, addicts and all that stuff. I'm like, what's that? But
did you recognise at that point though that you was an alcoholic?
No.
Did you just still look at it like you just like to go out and have a beer?
Yeah, I like to go out because my mate John, who's like 30 years, he said, mate, like, well, I had a dream the other day. You killed yourself. Like, come, we got to sort yourself out. I'm like, what? And he said to me, he said like, you got to calm down. I said, mate, you was with me that night. Yeah. And he said, yeah, but. I went home that night. I went, oh yeah, I went home Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? So that happened, and then basically with that come all the stuff, and it was sort of I was reaching out a little bit, but I wasn't. I don't know about alcoholic. That wasn't a thing. Yeah, it was just like I need a bit of help maybe. So I started to see a therapist. It was no good, waste of time. I started seeing him 1 hour a week, and in between sessions, I just got to go to the toilet, get a beer. Yeah, it weren't working. It was over Zoom as well during lockdown, so it weren't like thingy. So that happened, and then a couple of weeks later, I went on a mad one again.
Right.
This one was another bad one, and my mates drove from. They live that way near you.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, 2 hours to pick my mate up. Drove down here at midnight to the house, knocking on the door. I wouldn't let him in. My missus told him I'm gonna do this, do that. I'm sending moody messages again, because I was just gone. And they were like, oh, and they come in the house. I wouldn't let him in. I was resistant. And he said, right, I had no phone, nothing at that point. Got rid of me, knocking his face off. And he said, I had enough, mate. I was bad way. Like, I was bigger, I had beard on, I was up and down with weight because of what was happening. I was fucked, mate. Like, a tramp, yeah. I was just gone. And they were like, right. He called midnight, he stayed there, and he said, right, this is the phone, yeah? He said, this is the phone. He said, this is the phone. I'm speaking to the PFA, you can get help here. There's a guy called Jeff Whitley, you need to speak to him.
Yeah.
And this is for thingy.
Jeff Whitley, the old massive
yeah, he went to the PFA.
He's gone through his own problems.
So he went through Sporting Chance, which I'll speak about in a sec, that the PFA, you speak to him, and it helped her. And I said, and this is where the childlike addictive mind tells me, I went, fuck off. I said, he wants to help me, he's got to ring me up. Fucking wants to help me. And then he's like, what? And then eventually, just basically said to go. I went, give him the phone. So I used the phone, and I rang him. He said, blah, blah. He said, had a chat with me, pre-chat. We're going to put you onto one of our counsellors, speak to them. So by this point, I'm not invested, but I'm like, just fuck off. I'll do it if you go.
Just do it to get your mates off your back.
Basically, and everyone. So I'm doing that, and that's what happened. Then, my missus turned up next day. Here's a phone. John Thomas happened. Here's this. Ring them. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. So resistant as fuck.
Yeah, of course.
I do not want to do this. And I thought, I'll tell you what, if I do it and keep it all off my back long enough, and then I'll just get on and get this again.
You're going to have a beer.
Just get away from me. Yeah. So I've done that, and then I got the phone. I rang them up. This counsellor called Barry Trott, who I speak to still. He works at Sporting Chance. Explained to me. They do like a pre-assessment. You used to go down there, but obviously because lockdown bollocks, you weren't allowed to go anywhere, so done it on the phone.
Sure.
Asked me loads of questions, and he said, yeah, you're fucked. He said, you're in a bad way. That's his words. You're in a very bad way. You need to come into the clinic. I said, what? And he's like, yeah. He said, the things I told him, they're not normal, like, that's not normal behaviour. You are fucked. Sure. So I'm like, is it? Okay, right. Okay, well, whatever. And I just thought nothing of it. You have to call every day, though. And all of a sudden, I started calling every day. I think they do that to make you get consistent and structured. And I rang up 3-4 days, 5 days. Right, next week you'll come. Next 2 weeks' time you're coming in. Normally you have to wait longer. 2 weeks is the space you're coming in. This is the dates. Can you do this? Blah blah. Yeah. You had a drink? No. And yeah. And a week before I went in, I stopped drinking. And that was the first moment where.
Why did you do that, Blue?
Because by this point, I was still resisting because I didn't want to go in there.
Yeah.
But I thought. I just thought there's something here. There's something telling me.
That's what you
just
should
do. It. Just try it, because you don't know what's going to happen. But there's also that side began. It might be nice to get away for a month.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Might be a nice little place. It was a lovely place, to be fair. It was lovely and rough in the same point.
Sure.
But I done that, and then a week before 18th of August 2020 was when I stopped, and then I went into the clinic 25th of August 2020, and that was a journey in itself. So Sporting Chance Clinic, obviously run by Tony Adams, founded by Tony Adams. And it's been running 22 years, something like that. Unbelievable gaff. If you're a footballer, the PFA will pay for you to go in. If you're a jockey, the Jockey Association, boxers, all these different sports, not just footballers. If you're a PFA member, once you always get them thingies. Sure. I didn't know about all that stuff as well.
Yeah, of course.
My mate found it out. So I went in there. My mates picked me up. They stayed at my house the night before, still worried about me. And they drove me there to it's near Portsmouth, Southampton, Portsmouth way. And I was so resistant, mate. I was like, you pair of fuckers taking me here. But I was just so horrible. And then I got, this is the funniest, I got there.
Fair play to them though, right?
Yeah. Because they were like, you're a madman. Like, they wouldn't tell me that. They said, you just fucked out. I was like, I know, they just wanted to get rid of me. They pulled up in the car park, got out of the car, and I got fucking, he's giving me loads of clothes. I've got no clothes. I've got a bag here. I've got a carrier bag of Lucozade sweets and Haribos and all this stuff. I think I'm going like on a school trip, yeah?
You said trip to France, yeah?
I've got Haribo's galore, I love a Haribo, yeah? That's what I'm addicted to now, Haribos. So I got that, and I pulled up, and the guy, Barry's come out. Hello, you're right, and it's a lovely cottage, lovely settings.
Yeah.
It's run alongside fitness, so you've got Champneys Hotel around the road, beautiful place. Got there, and he's gone, what's in that bag? I said, Lucozade. I said, Lucozade, and Haribo. He said, he can't take them in.
Yeah,
he's got that sugar.
Yeah.
He's got that sugar in there. He said, I said, what? And I've just met this geezer, remember? Don't know him. Don't know. What do you mean you can't take this? He said, can't take this. I said, fuck this, I'm going home. So I turned around, I went to my mates. I said, he won't let me take Haribo's in. My mate's gone, fuck me off. So I've gone, and I'm moaning. I don't know this geezer, mate. So I'm so messed up, mate. I just need something. Like, what's going on? And I can say that now because I don't think about it at the time. I've gone in the cottage, and there's one fella in there already, ex-rugby player. He's in there, got his back to me, he's a fucking unit, yeah? So I'm saying that. And you got, it's been documented, so I can say this. Paul Merson's been in there, and Gaz has been in there. Yeah. And there was a small room, and apparently, basically, it's a small room, 2 double rooms, yeah? So I walked in there, and this geezer's in there, blah, 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 and I'm angry, mate. I'm pissed off with everyone. It's everyone's fault. Hate everyone.
Of course.
You're all mugs. Make me come here, even though I'll come. And I got there, and he's gone, oh, it's Chris, all right, mate. And he's gone, do you want to share? I said, I ain't fucking sharing a room with him. He's gone, what? I said, fuck him. I ain't sharing a room with him. Fuck that, yeah. I'm swearing, I'm going mad, yeah. I always swear. And he's gone, and he's getting up there. He's like, what are you talking about? And I'm having a rat. Just got here, yeah. I said, oh, fuck, I'm so angry. And then I went, go and get it. So I ended up getting a little small room of my own. Yeah. And I had the room of my own. So anyway, I chucked the bags in. I was so, like, childish, petty, stupid, just fucked, yeah. So we had that, and then the other lads come in, and then the first day was just like, this is how it works. And the one thing that I noticed very early on, you get your timetable. What happens in the week, Monday to Sunday. 6 o'clock you're doing this. 7 o'clock you're doing this. Getting back to 9 o'clock you're doing this. I didn't know if it was day or night. Yeah. I didn't know what day it was. Didn't know what night it was. Didn't know what was going on. It gave me structure. Yeah. And that was the biggest thing I realised that I needed. It's run along fitness. So 7 o'clock morning we're in the gym. I've been in the gym for years. Yeah. 7 till 8, half 8 you're in the gym. 8 o'clock, half 8 you come back, have a little bit of breakfast. And 9 o'clock we've got meet times. We meet up, a bit of prayer and talking. I'm like, prayer? Fucking prayer? I don't believe in God. So I was like, I keep seeing this word God. I'm thinking, what is this? It's a religious cult. They're going to hand me out, yeah? Get me out of here. We're going to turn into like these mad people. But it ain't that. It ain't about that. It's not a religious thing. It's a spiritual thing anyway. It's not religious at all. So I'm like, all right. And then a day later, you go around, you talk about how you're feeling, and I'm just angry, man. Every day it's pissed off I'm here. And
is the anger getting worse as every day you're there?
The first few days
or is it mellowing day by day?
This is the funny thing. So the first couple of days I was angry, and I said to them, they said, what's your name? This is like, oh mate, I was so like, didn't give a fuck, yeah. I sat down, and the first thing I said to these people was, there's a couple of cancers in there. All right, and you have to say, all right, I'm Darren, yeah, blah, blah. Oh, fucking just come here, because I was just, it's all fucked. I don't know what to say. I said, but I'm going to make something clear now. Any of you try to make me cry, you're going through the window. So as a cancer, you're going through the window. Don't even try it. Yeah? Don't try to make me cry, because I know that's your game. That's what you want to do. You want me to open up and make you cry. Fucking week later, I'm bawling my eyes out, mate. Because these emotions come out. Because I had one emotion, anger. Yeah. If something goes right, get happy and all excited. If something goes bad, get angry, pissed off. There was no nothing else. There was no upset. You can get upset sometimes. You can feel this. You can all this stuff. I didn't have that. I hid all that. I think for years, mate. That happened, and then a few days more, we're doing these classes. We're going to meetings. We're doing what was we doing? We get massages. To be fair, we're going to gym. All this other stuff. Book work. You did all this stuff. You have to write stuff. So you write, you log stuff, and then you have to talk about yourself. And then you write the steps, which I'm going to go into, which is an AA thing. You do 12 steps, yeah. And you have to write down. You do step 1 and 2 and 3 in there, and you have to write down. One of them was a scenario, something bad that happened that caused an argument in your household, something like that. And I've written this down, yeah. I've never written anything down before. I just spoke about it. I don't know if you've ever written how bad you are as a person down on paper. When we read it back, fucking hell.
Sounds horrendous.
I then for the first time thought, yeah, that's fucked. That's not normal. That's not normal, mate. I'm like, that's not normal. Fucking hell. And then something clicked. And then I started doing these other stuff. And then I was enjoying it, mate. And then I went to a meeting, and I spoke at the meeting. And then I said I was Darren alcoholic, and the first time I said that, I was like, wow, I've never said that before. And then the lad said, and it just started coming together. And then I started seeing things better, smelling things better, hearing things better. It genuinely was like that. We went to a meeting in his church hall, and there was a fucking castle next door, and it was massive. Yeah. And the third week it took me, I went, there was a castle there. But it's been there for fucking 100 years. I went, has it? You just start, you open up a little bit. You become clearer of mind. And this is only in 3 weeks, yeah? So I'm thinking, I'm liking this, and I really put all my effort. See, people don't realise, although I didn't make it, I'm not a household name. Yeah. To become professional, I'll give everything. Yeah, of course. I'm a stubborn bastard, I'll give everything. And that's what I've done in this. Yeah. In the end, and I did carry on doing it like that. I still am. So I've done that, got through it in the 4th week, few days, I've been upset, I've done this, done that, done the other thing. And the last couple of days, I was getting scared because I had to come out of there.
Because you knew you had to come out.
And I begged them not to leave me, let me go. I wanted to stay there forever. I lived with Barry. I don't know if I've got a house to go back to. You only use your phone once or twice a week. You have to use your phone. And obviously I had a daughter by then, so it was emotional then speaking to her. But then my missus was like, all right, it was a bit, don't know what's going on.
Yeah, of course.
Lots to repair.
Back
some
to
things
that,
might not be able to.
It?
Yeah, I didn't know. And I didn't have a house to go to. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
And then you basically, mates picked me up. Same mates picked me up. And they were a bit like, what's he going to be like? Like I'm skipping out, and I didn't
Give me a Haribo.
But I was like, yeah, give me them back now. And obviously, I'm a bit healthier as well, a bit of structure in my life. I look clearer, I look better. They said, and I just started. And the whole journey back, I tell you, I didn't want to leave because everyone got picked up at 12 o'clock. I purposely told my mate to come and get me at 3, which they were pissed off about because we got the traffic on the way home because I didn't want to leave there.
Right.
I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay. So I felt safe there. And Barry was like, where are they? I said, I should have been here at 12, but I didn't. I told him 3 on purpose. Yeah. So I didn't want to go. And it just gave me that. And that's in 4 weeks. So, but what happens is this is what all your meetings near. This is what you got to do. Get a sponsor. Do this step. Do this there. Here's all the stuff. You can speak to us every day if you want. But this is what you got to do. Now you got to go and do it for yourself. And they build it up to it. They make it so you know.
Of course.
And this is where you got to go and do it. So you got to do it for yourself now. I left there. Lockdown. No visual meetings are here. It's all on Zoom. Yeah. Which was the first time they'd done that, obviously. It's a good thing in a way. Some ways it's not great, but in a way, I could just press a button and get on a meeting.
Sure.
And there was one meeting.
And you could do that, bro. You could sort of get a meeting whenever you needed.
You can do it now. I still do it now.
Right, okay.
So I still do it now. Yeah. So I do one a week on Zoom, one live one. So I thought that I looked online and there was one in Harwich. What was open, a live one. I thought, fucking hell, brilliant. I want to go to it. The first day I'm out, I'm going to do what Barry said and do. They say, do the suggestions. Go on then. Oh, fuck, I want to do what Barry said. Okay. I didn't have no car, so I had to walk from mine to there. It's about an hour walk. Yeah. I walked there, I thought, so I got there. I looked at the door, fucking locked. No one's there, shut. Just weren't updated on the thing. This is a moment to test me now. So I'm like, why? I'm in the street crying, why has this happened? I've walked all this way, the meeting's shut, oh look what I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. But feeling sorry for myself, like, what am I going to do? I'm walking back, I'm thinking, I'm going to find in my head, not saying this, but you could go, right, I tell you what, I've tried it, I've done the hardest, I'm going to get pissed. I didn't think that, but could happen. Or I'm going to walk home, get on a Zoom and do a meeting. And I've got a Zoom meeting. I've done 2 that day. And then from then, I've done more meetings, and I was obsessed with them, yeah? And then early on, I got a sponsor, which is suggested to do. And then you go through the bookwork, and I was consistent, and I was obsessed with it, yeah? Probably too much, but it set me up further down the line that when trouble times happen, I've got these tools now. Ultimately, mate, goes down to this.
To fall back on.
I was doing what I was doing with the tools I was given, yeah? So if I wanted to go out and get pissed and all that, if something bad happened in my life, the tools I had to deal with it was go and get pissed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's how I dealt with things. Yeah. Wrong or right, that's how I dealt with things. I
would say most people, Blue, would probably revert to that, right?
But some people go to gym, some people do whatever makes you meditate, or some people go get pissed, yeah?
I'm saying old school way, right?
Yeah, of course. Well, that's where I'm from. That's how it is. My man would do the same. My old mate would do that. But now, if I'm feeling wonky or something happens in my life that I don't agree with, I'm not happy with, or
you've got a fallback process.
I'll go now, call him, speak to that person, do a meeting, go for a run, go and do, go sleep. You fucking idiot. You're just whinging about nothing. Go to bed, whatever it is. Yeah, do that, and then tomorrow's another day.
But I think the positive to take from this is that speaking to you and I'm following your journey a little bit. Yeah. After you've come out of Sporting Chance, you have given a lot back, right?
Loads.
So tell me about that. So tell me how you turned it into a positive. So obviously you went back to football, so you was helping at Harlow.
Yeah, that was a bit after. That was about a year after. But I think I'll come out.
Was that good for you?
Yeah, definitely good for me.
Yeah, just getting back around the football environment.
I was a bit cautious about the start. Yeah. So I think when I went into Harlow, I think that's been a couple of years in. Yeah. After a year and a half after. So Danny actually asked me a few years previous. Yeah. And I didn't want to do it or couldn't do it, whatever it was coming back. I brought in the right space to be fair. It must have been that.
Cool.
And then did he message me again, or did I message him? Anyway, I can't remember what way it was. I think he might message me again, or I might have messaged him. I can't remember what way it was. And then we spoke basically. I hadn't spoken to him for a long time, and then I told him what happened. He was one of the first people I told actually. I said, look, this has happened, blah, 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 blah. He's like, fucking hell, blah, blah. He said, like, are you still interested in this? I said, I think so.
Yeah.
I said, but I don't really know. Like,
was you living down this way then, Blue?
Yeah. I was like, I'm living here. I told him all that. I said, like, and I don't know, mate. I'll be honest, like, he said, like, you'd be perfect for it. You're good around the lads. Blah, blah, blah. I just want someone I could trust, and I know you've done a little bit of coaching also. Yeah. It doesn't matter, like, whatever. It's trust in it, mate.
Of course it is.
So it was that, and then I went there and I met Tom as well.
Yeah.
And it just, it went okay, and that was good. But coming out of there, as you said,
you've done
I've done a lot of bad stuff. I've done a lot of bad stuff. Not bad stuff, but I've done stuff that was not the right thing to do, and also about me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in my head, I thought I've got to give back. I've got to help me.
I think that's brilliant.
I've got to help me first of all to get better. Because one of the things they said to me is, I'll never forget this. It sticks to me. I was like, they said to me, why have you come in here? And I said to them straight away, the reason I come in here is because I want to get my daughter and Mrs. back. Yeah? I want them in my life. And they went, all right, how the fuck? This is how they said to me. This guy called Andrew, unbelievable guy, yeah? How the fuck can you help them if you're like this? And I was like, I never thought about it like that. I was like, oh yeah. And that's what happened. And so I thought, right, I could be the best I can. That's why I do all that stuff. And then I found, right, okay, someone contacted me about, you played for West Ham, blah, blah, blah. Can you teach my son? So, well, I've done it for nothing. Done a session with him. Then the sports company over there contacted me because the guy lived down my road. Can you come and do this sporting thing for nothing? The volunteer thing. There was 100 kids there. Yeah. Well, fucking hell, right? So I've done that. And I was loving it because I get to plan it. I've done it all. And then the fire service. Oh, but the fire service is a funny one because before I went into clinic, I didn't know, but I applied to be a firefighter. I didn't know. And I'll give my missus' number to be on my phone. Right. I'm in the clinic. 2 weeks later, they've rang her saying, hello, Darren Blewitt there. It's fire service. My missus is like, what? The fire service? Oh, yeah. She's clocked, like, she's okay. Yeah, he applied to be blah, blah, blah. We just want to get him in to speak to him. And she covered me. She went, oh, he's on a work thing. He'll be back in 2 weeks. Yeah. And when I come out, she went, do you know you applied for fire service? I said, did I? I didn't even know. No. So I went there and then I went to this thingy. It's on-call firefighting, which is you do all the same job.
Explain how does that work?
So on-call firefighter is you commit to certain hours a week.
Is that in places where they haven't got
whole time,
a full time,
whole time and on-call? Right. But some do both. Okay. A lot of them are on-call as well now. But you get a call on a job. You get a call on a job. Doesn't matter if you're on-call whole time. Right. But I've been on some bad, serious jobs, house fires, road traffic accidents, and done my training up to the level where. This is the other thing. My training was good. Like it's physical. I was in groups of, with all due respect, blokes. Yeah. And I loved it. And I'm a good people person, so it was not falling apart at the station, but it was a divide. I brought everyone together down that fucking football thing, banter, all this stuff, and it went. And that was my role in the lads. Yeah. And I loved it.
But again, that's the football environment, isn't it?
And I'll become not the captain, but the younger lads would ask me questions. And I'll say stuff and listen to me. By the way, I'm still a mad fucker. I want people to understand that. But it's doing good stuff instead of bad stuff with it. And basically, the on-call, you commit to 90 hours a week or 120. You get paid a retainer, which is like 160 quid a month. And then you get your hourly rate of jobs. Right. So you might go to a job for 4 hours, you get 4 hours pay. You might do a course and you get paid for that. So it's not money, it's you get money, you can take you into whole time. That was my aim, was to get into whole time. Yeah,
did you think about doing that?
That's what I wanted to do. Right. That's what I wanted to do, but I found out that's not what happens. And and I found out the Essex Fire and Rescue Service is a flawed system. So, but I don't really want to go into that. I got banned from their Twitter page.
That's for enough.
I got blocked.
That's for another.
I got blocked from their Twitter page. I can still say some bad stuff, unfortunately. Not bad stuff, but it's true. And yeah, I just done that and helped. But the thing is all in my community. Yeah. So I wanted to be a community, someone who knew me in the community.
It's a good thing.
And the good thing, and that's when my foot was kicked off. That people now, I can't walk. I walk. It's a small area, and most of the kids I've coached over 600 kids in this area. Yeah. So I'm going to bump into people. The parents know me now. I'm with my daughter and I'm picking her up. They go, oh hello Darren, you alright? You've got to chat in there like that. And my daughter thinks I'm cool now. I wear my hat back to front, like a young, hide the ball patch mainly. But like I'm the football guy. Yeah, and because I genuinely, I want to earn money. Of course I do. That's not there. It's to monetize it. But the whole point is, if I can help the community, there's untapped talent here, and there's also I've done things good and bad in my life that I think I can help now. So I couldn't have done that before. I'm guiding kids of a young or 12, 13, 14. It's a big time of their life. Yeah. I want to be part of that. So,
but like, I think I'll try and turn everything into a positive. Don't you look back on that? Like, everyone has different paths and different like good and bad things, but you should feel. For me, looking at an outsider looking at, I think you should look proud of how you turn life around a bit. Like you're doing things now. You're back in football. You're doing things that you want. And we have a lot of conversations about the football thing, right? Anyone can put on a session, but can anyone pick them up and teach them in the right way? But anyone can talk to children, right? And explain stuff. But like, I feel you've had that life where you've been a professional footballer. You've come through a Premier League club. You've had experience of lower league football. You've had experience of non-league, but also you've had a period of your life probably where it weren't the best. Although at the time you probably thought you was having the time of your life, but obviously retrospectively, 100%. Retrospectively looking back, it's probably not a great time for you. But you've actually turned it around and turned it into a positive. So for me, like imparting that people skills and how to deal with footballers these days, even more so with social media and everything, they have a lot to deal with, right? Yeah, you do. And it's about, like we've had in the part one of instances where things come up in your career and you probably didn't handle it to the best of your ability. Now you're working with footballers, I think that you can actually impart your knowledge on how to handle that situation and maybe don't make the same mistakes that you made, or and I think that's massive.
But it's not the positive stuff I've done; it's the stuff I've done wrong that helps. Yeah, but because I can then pass that on. I wouldn't do that because this happened to me. Yeah, and trust me, I've been through the process. I understand, and that's the thing. I think thanks for saying that, by the way. I am proud to a certain extent, but it's more case of like
we've all listen. Maybe not to the sort of most people in their life, maybe not to the excess of the alcohol with yourself, right? Yeah. But everyone in their life does bad things, right?
Of course.
But and been in bad situations. But I think it's a massive sort of plus for you how you've turned it around. Yeah. You're back in football. Yeah. You're helping the local community. Yeah. Turned your life around, and also you're not ashamed to talk about that in a way where you're not glorifying it. No, there's times there. That's what I'm saying. I'm older than you, right? Yeah. So I'm 46 nearly. Like my old school, Tuesday and Wednesday club was just the norm.
That was the thing, wasn't
it? Do you know what I mean?
That was the thing.
But times change. Yeah. Like all football change, life changes, and we had a great time doing it. But now, like in a football environment, you can't get away with that. You probably, as you said, you might get away with it on a Christmas do, and that's you for the year.
You can't get away with it.
Don't have a beer in the summer if you want.
I couldn't get away with it then. You definitely can't get away with it now.
No.
And you're right. It has changed. But again, it's just a case of. Unfortunately or unfortunately for me, I've been through them life experiences. Yeah. So why the fuck before I would never have wanted to help anyone. I didn't give a fuck about anyone else. Yeah. And that's bad. But I didn't care. Like if that kid down there. Like one thing I found out is. The kids, like, I get messages of parents a lot. Yeah. I couldn't believe that. They message me, out of the blue, they just message me. Weekly. Oh, this happened at school, by the way. I done this in a match. Oh, he passed these fucking things. He was really nervous the other day, but he done that session with you. Yeah. You spoke to him about this, didn't you? I didn't know that. Thanks for saying that to him. I'm like, I didn't even know I'd done that, but it's just because it just helps, and it's only through experience you get that.
Listen, I think you've had a path where, like, people will look up to you, the fact that you come through a Premier League club.
Yeah, that is definitely a thing.
But also that you've trod the path where you probably don't want your child to tread. Yep. And you've experienced both sides of the good and the bad. But now, like, I think, like, even me, if I went to watch my boys, Ryan Jesse, didn't you? Yeah. Like, I went to watch them play down my way on Saturday because my game was off, Vets was off, or like, but I've always been that type of person that will try and help. I think that's part of, like in our day, I think it's just part of
what you do.
Your rite of passage, right? Yeah. The older pros looks after the younger kids. The older people I remember coming out of sort of academy football, going to Harlow's 18-year-old, like them older blokes, they were men, and you didn't speak out of turn, but they helped you. Yeah. And like, I think that's like what you're doing now. That's kind of, I'm not saying you should. everyone's got to do it, but that's part of like.
I have to do it. I have to do it now, and also I think that was what I'm meant to do. Like, I think I'm meant to do this stuff. Like, I've tried these jobs that are mad, like factory jobs. That's not me, mate. Yeah. My whole thing, I'm meant to be in football. I'm definitely meant to be in football. I know that. Yeah. And I've started my own company up and business up and school up, and that's going well, and I love that. It's my passion. Like, I love it. But it's just, if you then give back as well as earn money, why wouldn't you do it? Yeah. And I found that I'm pretty good at that, and I am getting the response that is wow. And I'm literally like emotional sometimes. I'm like, oh my god, this if I, like, my phone's full of it, and I just like I put some stuff on social media sometimes to say it's more like if it's bigging me up a little bit, but it's like wow, I can't believe the message. I cannot believe the messages. Yeah, and I'm like,
but that's one that's a good thing, and two, like owning your own business, you do need to do some self promotion. But I just before we close out, obviously part two, we've talked about some serious stuff, right? Yeah. And as an ex-professional footballer, like if you're going down that path, like just explain that there might be someone listening to this that we can help out. Like, so if you was going down the same path as you would recommend calling the PFA.
There's loads of charities out there for one. Right. One was just Sporting Chance because it's through PFA. There's loads out there. The one thing I say is it's hard at a younger age to feel confident to speak about this stuff. Yeah. But don't, because if you can just open your mouth. Open your mouth is one thing. To one person, open your mouth. Yeah. One, that helps you. And two, they might hear something and think, well, okay. Yeah. And then pass that message on. And before you know it, you're speaking to the right person. Yeah. It is just opening your mouth. Yeah. And it's hard because I would have done it because I was stubborn at that time. But I think generation now won't do it because they're scared to. Yeah. But it's like, oh, I'm saying that. Also, now I think it's more spoke about. And I think it's on telly a bit more in a few bits and pieces. So don't be afraid to speak about it because you ain't the only person going through this. Yeah, and a lot of people think they're the only people because that's why you hold back. You go, I'm not because I'm going to be different. There is this. I am telling you now. I've spoke to tens and tens and tens of professional players, young players, people in general that are going through it. So it's fine. And I think as men we're changing, right? The generation of like old school and all that stuff. I've got a little bit of me, but it's all right. Like, I don't care. I'll tell you now on this thing now. I have a cry every now and then. Because I'm like, oh my God, it's getting on top of me here. I can't deal with this. Yeah. And sometimes I struggle with it and I do it wrong. I say the wrong thing. I do the wrong thing still today. I am not an angel, by the way. I want to make that clear. I do fucking stupid things still today. Yeah. I say stupid things. But I try to amend that quickly now. Yeah. But now I'm more clear-minded and understand my role in life. And the reason is because I speak. Yeah. Because I talk to someone, and because I've got these people I can talk to now, if you are going through a thingy, you might feel like you've got no one. I promise you have. Yeah. Because there's so many people out there. And one thing I will say is, I'm not a qualified counsellor. If anyone wants to message me anytime, I'm I understand this a lot more, and I've been through it, so I understand it quite well. Anyone can message me anytime. I've had people message me in the past, whether it's on Instagram or on Facebook. Yeah. Mainly Instagram, J_Kicks3, which is my main one, and then on Facebook it's JKicks. Anyone can message me, because I've helped people in the past in regard to just pointing them in the right direction. Yeah, because they're like, I feel a bit. Even if you just feel, even in this case, I just feel a bit. I don't feel right today. There's something not right. What's going on? And you might say, oh yes, there. And you go, oh yeah, it's fine, it's nothing, and then move on. But there might be something worse, really underlying there. And it's just there's good people out there. Yeah, don't be afraid to speak.
I think that's a major point of. Not only, as I say, I'm going to reiterate, I think what you've done is amazing to turn your life around, what you're doing now within the local community, what you're doing with local footballers out this way. But I'll put your details on the pod, and any footballers, obviously there's player care in every football club these days, but if you don't want to go down that route, I'll put Blewitt's details on the podcast. And I just want to say thank you, mate. As I say, you've had an amazing journey. Not just in football but in life, and I appreciate your time.
It's been lively, mate, but we're still here.
We're still here, mate. Enjoy your coaching this afternoon. You've got some sessions this afternoon.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we've got 1.5 hour actually.
In the
He's
sun.
holding me up.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure. I want to say thank you, mate. It's been good to see you as well, mate. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. You're not younger than me, so I'm doing something wrong.
Let's cut the barney off. All good, mate. Good luck, man. Good to speak to you.
Thank you.